Sam, good to see Christian back out there, even if it was on a limited basis.
Yeah, definitely. It's always good to see 22 when he's out there, and obviously we'll see where he is on game day, but no, it's good to see him out there.
Did you get a good sense of what he can and can't do at this point?
Obviously he's still evaluating it. Still trying to figure out, as the week kind of goes on, how much he's going to continue to stress it, and trying to figure out how much volume he can take. So.
Played in the same division as Stephon Gilmore. What is bringing him onto this team mean for this organization?
Yeah, I mean he's a dang good player. I had a few of my toughest games against him. So for him to join us, we're all excited about it.
Has he picked you off? I haven't looked it up multiple
Yes.
times. Or?
I don't know about multiple, but he's picked me off. Yep. I'm sure he'll say something about that to me when he's here, by the way. So thanks for bringing that up.
Hey, back on Christian, as a friend and a teammate, would you sort of, exercise or tell him to exercise caution on this thing for the betterment of him and the team?
I mean, it's tough, for him because he's such a competitor. He wants to go out there and play. But at the same time, it is early in the season. But, again, if he feels like he can play, he's going to make a very calculated decision. He's very smart and very savvy that way. So I'm sure he'll evaluate it to the best of his ability, and he'll make a great decision.
What does having an organization that makes multiple trades in consecutive weeks, what message does that send to the team and to yourself as a leader on this team?
Yeah, I mean, we're ready to win now. I think that's the biggest thing. Which we're all aware of. That we can win games, and we're capable of doing that. So that's really the message it sends. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sam, how would you evaluate your play through the first quarter? Well, not quarter, since there's 17 games, but first 4 games. And what do you feel like you did well, and what do you feel like you need to improve on?
Yeah, I thought I was playing well. Up until last game, I feel like I just, those couple balls I'd like to have back. Those 2 turnovers, and then there was a throw I missed down in the fringe area against Dallas as well. So, I thought, we played pretty well. The games that we won, but there's definitely a lot to correct and room to get better. As we're still continuing to find our identity as an offense.
The way you responded to, I think, Scott's question, it sounds like, do you know Gilmore a little bit?
I don't know him, but yeah, I mean, every NFL player is competitive, and so I don't know how it's going to get brought up, but I'm sure someone's going to bring it up, and he'll say something about picking me off. Yeah. He's just smart. Obviously, he's got great skill, great ball skills, very good at reading routes, but he's just smart. He understands, at least from what I've seen from him in New England and when I was with the Jets, he just plays within the system, and he understands what the system's trying to do. And so he just gets football, I guess. He's a very savvy, very smart player, and he's, been All-Pro multiple times for a reason.
Sam, what is this like for you personally, coming from what you'd experienced the last 3 years, and now you're on a team where the GM was just in here talking about the expectation being the playoffs? What's this like for you?
Yeah, I mean, we're ready to win. It doesn't really change much for me. I mean, I'm just going out there and doing my job every single day. That stuff doesn't change for me. So, for me personally, it hasn't really changed much other than, we're going out there and doing the best that I can to put points on the board and drive the ball up and down the field.
Does it make it more fun? Does it make it easier to get out of bed on a Monday morning after a long day? Or?
It's football, man. It's the best game in the world. Every day that I get to come out here and play this great game with my teammates and these coaches, it's a great day.
I don't want to make it sound like your chemistry with DJ is a bad thing, but how do you get the other wide receivers on his level, or at least the comfort level to the same level that it seems to be with DJ?
Yeah, I think, DJ's, taking advantage of his opportunities right now. And, when the opportunities come up for a lot of the other guys, they're going to take advantage of it. I think it's just, a lot of it just being DJ, being able to, get open versus certain zones and, versus man coverage, all those things. So, obviously we're going to, give other guys chances to make plays, and so are defenses, depending on how they want to play DJ. Other guys are going to step up and make those plays when, the opportunity comes.
Has the word come down like, hey, focus on some other guys, those other guys open? Like, is that something you're seeing when it comes to your film, or is it just on your reads?
No, it's just going through my reads, going through my, process at the line of scrimmage, and that's really it.
What's it mean to have Joe Brady bring out the inner Cam Newton in your running game?
Yeah, it's been fun to be able to run the ball like that, but at the same time, gotta get down and not take those hits when I don't have to. But it's fun, going out there and playing football and being able to run the ball a little bit. It's a fun deal.
But to do something that Lamar Jackson hasn't done through 4 games, and Cam Newton hadn't do through 4 games, to have that many touchdowns in 4 games, what does that mean anything to you, or?
I think it's just, a product of really good players around me. All the safeties, the corners, the linebackers, they have to, commit to, trying to stop all these guys around me that, sometimes the quarterback run just opens up the way it has been the last few weeks. So.
How big has that been, especially down in the scoring zone?
What, QB runs? Yeah, I mean, it gives the defense another thing to worry about.
What was your best move as a runner so far?
Best move? I don't know. I'll let you guys decide that one.
How's the thrill of running for a touchdown compared to when you throw for one?
Sorry, who's?
Back here.
Yeah, sorry.
How's the thrill of rushing for a touchdown compared to throwing for one? What's that like?
It's about the same. I will say, having the ball in my hand and getting to hand it to Timo for the spike, that's a feeling that I don't usually have throwing it in, and, having the receivers do that. But run or pass, it's a great feeling.
And looking at the film from Sunday, what were you able to learn about how much you held on to the football? Was it more than, say, the first 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think we definitely like to, for me personally, I'd like to get the ball out a little quicker. I felt like on a couple of those reads I was holding on to the ball, whether it's just going through my reads and throwing the ball away. I think that's always important. So, nothing changes in terms of like play calling or anything like that. I just got to be better with my, internal clock.
How much has it helped your game? Because they're using a lot of play action and swinging you out and moving you around. How much has that helped your game? Because you didn't do nearly that much in New York.
Yeah, I think it helps all offenses. When you can run the ball and, have play actions designed to marry up with the run game, I think that's huge.
Couple more guys.
Your impressions of this Eagles defense and what you think they do particularly well?
Yeah, well, I mean, their defensive line is stout. I mean, they're good players up there, and they have good linebackers, good DBs as well, really good corners, good safeties. They're good all the way around. I mean, we got to, they do, again, they're kind of like, Houston a little bit, just do what they do, and they do it really well, and they're not going to mess up a ton, So it's on us as an offense to be able to go out there, execute, and do our jobs.
Sam, I wanted to go back on, we were talking about DJ, and what is sort of impressed you about him? I know some people have talked about his route running has really improved over the last couple of years, but what do you see from him?
Yeah, I mean, it's everything. I mean, just, I think something that doesn't get talked about a lot, similar to, the guy who used to play here, he's really good in the run game, blocking as well, which I don't think it's talked about a ton or enough, I should say. The way he's able to go down and fight for his teammates on certain blocks, which all of our guys do. It's just kind of the standard around here, but obviously his route running and the way that he finds zones, like I've talked about, beat man coverage, all those things, go up and get a ball, all those things he does a great job at. But, the way that he wants to put forth that effort to to, you know, help whoever it is, Chuba, break a big run. Or, you know, if Tommy Tremble catches a ball in the middle of the field and he breaks a tackle, DJ is one of the first ones down the field trying to get a block. So.
Thanks, Sam, the Gilmore thing was coming down right as you guys were going out on the field. Did you know about it walking out on the field, or when did you find out?
Yeah, as I was warming up, I heard about it. So, yeah.
Does that kind of create a little bit of a ripple out there on the field? I mean, can you tell guys are excited about it as its words filtering out?
Yeah, you know, I think, to be honest, a lot of us were, I mean, myself, I was pretty locked into what we had to do for practice. You know, I was talking to PJ a little bit about it, you know, but other than that, I mean, we were pretty locked into what we were doing at practice. But, yeah, I mean, he's a really good player, and we're happy to have him.